Have you ever been frustrated with your recruiting efforts in your network marketing company? I know I have. I've made a ton of mistakes in this industry. However, I've learned from those mistakes on what to do, what not to do, that have now led me to recruiting hundreds of people in this industry. On this video, I give you the 5 key tips that have helped me coming up. Hey everyone, this is Darin Kidd, multiple 7-figure earner in the network marketing industry. However, it wasn't always like that. I actually tried the industry, if any of you can relate. I did it for 7 years, failed over and over and over again until I got to the point I said, I'm done. I'm never gonna do it again. I was actually a part of the NFL, the No Friends Left Club, but then I was fortunate to have the right mentors that came into my life that taught me exactly what to do. That has led to the success that I've had in this industry. Okay, so let's jump right into the video. I've got 5 tips in recruiting and building your network marketing business today. And number 1, remember it is a process. This is an emotional roller coaster. Tell me anything in life that is not. Anyone that tells you that you can get in this industry and you can get rich by doing nothing, either they're lying to you or it's illegal, okay? If it sounds easy, it's sleazy. It is a process. It is an emotional roller coaster. You're gonna have those moments you're so jacked out of your mind you can't sleep. You're like a chihuahua jacked up on Red Bull. Then you're gonna have those times you have the self-doubt phase. You go, man, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe it's not worth it. Then you're back up, you're back down. That's just the way it is. It is a process. Enjoy the process. Remember, it's not the easy times that make us grow. We do not grow we don't grow during the easy times. So we have the decision to make. Do we let it make us bitter or better? Do we use it as a stumbling block or a building block? And do we go through it or do we grow through it? When I learned that change in attitude, the change in philosophy, everything started to change for me because I looked at the challenges a little differently. I go, look, this is gonna make me better, not bitter. And I get paid based on the size of the problem that I can solve. And if I don't go through these things, then how can my team ever relate to me? So I'm just writing chapters in my book. So it is an emotional roller coaster. If things are going great, this too shall pass. If things are going bad, this too shall pass. That's just normal. It's a part of any business, but is it worth it? Yes. Also remember, with the process, you're gonna work harder than you get paid. In the beginning, you're gonna look at your check and go, you have to be kidding me, right? Maybe the negative friends and family are right to eventually get paid for more than you're doing. But you have to push through the fire to get to the other side until those multipliers kick in. There's no shortcut to success. You have to step up to the counter and pay full retail price. It is a process. Tip number 2, making your list. This is something that so many people, they overlook because what they do is I ask them, let me see your list, and they share with me 10 people that are on that list. However, at my live trainings, what I will do is I will do a little session or training where I turn on the music and I give them 4 minutes and I say, act like I'm giving you a $100 bill for every name that you write down. And I say, go. About 2 minutes into it, I start reading off the memory jogger. Who do you know that's in accounting, banking, computers, does nails, does hair, needs hair, okay, just got married, just got divorced, married, wants to divorce, I have fun with it, has kids, and who's your doctor, your dentist, your real estate agent. About 4 minutes in, I stop the clock and I go count your names, and then I say, how many of you got 10, 20, 30 names? The majority of the room has over 40, 50 names within the first 4 minutes. Sometimes, most of the time, there's 1 or 2 people in the room that actually have over 100 names. So when I ask them, why did you have 10 names on your list when you walked in, but now you have 40, 50, over 100, some of you in the room, and they finally admit that they prejudged those people. Well, here's a training tip for you. Don't spend all the years trying to figure this out. Trust me and learn from my mistakes. The people you think will do it, a lot of times will not do it. Then there's people you think, no way, they will. And then the duds lead you to the studs and the studettes. There's links and leaders. A lot of times it's not who we introduce to the business, it's who they lead us to. So think about if we're opening a franchise. Let's say it's sushi. And look, Darin, half of my friends don't like sushi. It's okay. You still want them to know you have that franchise, that business, because they're going to know people that do like that. So don't overlook your list. Write your list. Another thing is that if you only have 10 names on your list, 5 people say, no, I'm not interested, you feel like you're halfway out of business. That's your inventory. But if you have hundreds of people on your list, and by the time we're in our early 20s, studies show we have over 2,000, we know over 2,000 people by their first name. So you want to make sure that you write that list, spend time on that list, and attach your name, your company's name, you brand it to that company. So not a matter of if, but when they're interested, they think of you. So make sure to spend time on your list because it's very important. Tip number 3, exposure is everything. Not some things, it's everything. Big numbers equal big results, small numbers equal small results. What is an exposure? It's us sharing the information, not selling, not convincing. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. So instead of me begging that broke friend of mine that I know needs it for 30 minutes, why not spend 3 minutes promoting a third-party tool that does the presentation for me, like a video, a website, a magazine, the product, because I'm the messenger, I'm not the message. Don't look at me. I'm the commercial that gets them to look at the movie. So when you're exposing and sharing the information using a third-party tool, let that do the work for you. Big numbers equal big results, small numbers equal small results. So I like to say less to more people. So instead of spending that 30 minutes, we're spending 3 minutes with 10 people and they look at the information, then we call them back and we'll talk about the next tip in just a second. When Jim Rohn, when I heard him say this, it changed everything for me because I was so stressed because it's like, man, I'm bankrupt. You know, I've never had business success in my life. Why would anyone listen to me? And I'm so bad, but I knew I was gonna be bad. I just wanted to get it out of the way. And so when he said we can make up in numbers what we lack in skill, it took all the pressure off of me. So if you're so good, you talk to 10 people, you get 9 into your business. And I'm so bad, I only get 1 out of 10, I still can beat you. I can go talk to 100 to get 10, and you talk to 10, you got 9. I made up in numbers what I lacked in skill. So it is a numbers game. Say less to more people. Don't try to convince. You're looking for the lookers, and exposure is key when recruiting and building a team in your network marketing business. Tip number 4. The fortune is in the immediate follow-up. I hear people say the fortune's in the follow-up. It's not in the follow-up. It's in the immediate follow-up. You want to strike while the iron is hot. So when I call people, I don't say, what did you think? I don't care what they think. I want to see, what did you like best? What caught your attention the most? Was the product or the business, or was it a little bit of both? Because either way, we win. And remember, it takes 5 to 8 exposures for people to accept any information, good or bad. When I'm giving them an exposure, like we talked about just a second ago, we go, if I give this to you, would you look at it? If I would you. If I give you the product, will you use it tonight? If I send you a video via text, will you look at it now and I can call you back in 10 minutes? I try to schedule the follow-up. Then what I do is when I call them back, I say, what caught your attention the most? Product, business, or both? No matter what they say, I go, it's one of the best parts. And if they're not ready to get started, I continue to take them through the exposure process or the follow-up from exposure to exposure, knowing it takes 5 to 8 exposures until they recruit or sell themselves. Very simple. It's not threatening because I want them to want to get in the business. When I first got started in the business, you may be like me, reality, I wanted to chase you from state to state, country to country, and beg you to get in my business. Now I decide if I want to let someone in my business because we can't work with everyone, and it's not for everyone. So as you're going through the follow-up process, I just try to take them from exposure to exposure as fast as I can. Even if they say, no, I'm not interested. No doesn't mean no. It means not now. Then I just ask permission. Is it okay if I keep you posted? Can I keep you updated on how I'm doing? And most of the time they go, yeah, definitely. And I call them back maybe a month, 2 months, 6 months later before they got a pay raise, a promotion, they love their job. 6 months later, the company was sold. They have a new manager they can't stand. They want to change zip codes. They want to put their kids in a private school. No does not mean no. So the fortune is in the immediate follow-up. Strike while the iron is hot, while the emotions are still involved. Take them through the process. This is a big tip in recruiting and team building. Okay, now for our fifth and final tip, which is a very simple tip. It is work with the willing. If you're like me, a lot of times we want it for our friends more than they want it for themselves. It's easier to run with 1,000 people than drag one dead body. And we have to remember, we love them, we care about them, but you match them energy for energy. If they want to walk, you walk with them. If they want to run, you run with them. If they're not willing to plug in and do anything, sometimes their friends and family, they won't participate in their own rescue. So if you I call it checkerboard management. You make a move, I make a move. I'll even make 2 moves. I'll even move a little bit farther than you will, but you have to be willing to participate in your own rescue. So don't spend your energy and your time with people that you just knew would be great if they would just see it and go to work. We can't control that. All we can do is focus on what we can control, which is walk with the walkers, run with the runners, continue to move forward. Don't look back unless you're going that way. So remember, work with the willing. We only have so much time and energy, so you have to match the people that you're working with, walk with the walkers, run with the runners, and go from there.